Hello, everyone. It's been a long time. It's been a long time. It feels like a long time. It's been a week. Not that long, considering all things, but in the internet world, I guess that can be a long time. So I'm back. Sorry that I'm late. This is first time I'm going live on the second channel. So this is a test. I want to see how it goes as well. I want to share some stuff that's been going on and talk about the new channel, all that. So first things first, if you're new here, please click on subscribe down there. I created a new channel, this Abdullah Samir Clips. I've had it for a while now, but actually not using it. The reason I'm using it now is because I got hit with a content strike on my main channel. And we're going to talk about that. We're going to talk about the content strike, what content strike I got. I already talked about it a lot, but there was a video that I uploaded that I was testing for copyright compliance because I had a nasheed in it. And I'm going to try to play the video and hope that you can, hold on. Did you guys hear that? Okay, perfect. So put my headphones on so there's no feedback. And I'm going to share my screen and hopefully you guys let me know if you can actually hear the video. Okay. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. Application window, tribute. Okay. So this is a video that is praising the Pakistani man who attacked the Charlie Hebdo office. He wanted to burn it down. So this video is actually praising him. Okay. And somehow me uploading this, YouTube thought this was me praising him. Okay. So let me know if you can hear it. So anyways, this is the video. I don't know if you guys can hear that nonsense. Let me know if you heard it. That was a test anyways. So this is what I uploaded as a testing clip to test for copyright compliance because the nasheed is copyrighted apparently. There's a whole bunch of companies out there that go and copyright stuff that doesn't belong to them. I don't know if this Urdu nasheed is actually copyright or if it's just, content trolls. Oh, you couldn't hear it? Oh, shoot. Didn't hear it. Okay, 1 second. Check the settings. Okay, let me try that one more time. Hold on. Just a second while we get this going. So this is the first time I've actually done this where I've actually shared. Okay, so let me try that one more time. Can you guys hear it now? Okay, yeah, you don't want to hear the machine, that's fine. Okay, I think you can hear it now. It looks like it's working. Okay, I'm assuming it worked this time because I see my audio meter was going up and down. Just if you guys can confirm. Okay, it actually worked now. Good. So this is the thing I uploaded that got me a content strike. The original video is still on YouTube. The freaking original video is still on YouTube, but I got a copyright strike, content strike, not even copyright, glorifying violence strike. Like for that video, that's on YouTube. It's still on YouTube. I got a strike for that. It's just weird. Anyway, so this is what happened. But I think the main reason why most of you are here is to hear about the drama. There's lots of drama going on in the ex-Muslim community, so to speak. Yeah, Susanna is saying they made tribute to a guy who attempted murder. Yeah, if you look at the actual, like if you just if you just search YouTube for Ghazi Zahir Hassan Mahmoud, there's tons of them, including the video I made where the dad is actually praising the guy, and so this is what this is the video that got me in trouble. I don't understand how YouTube interpreted this in the way that it did, even though that's what it is. But in my case, I just had I was just testing it. It was even, my upload was even called test 2. But anyways, yeah, if, Black Angel is saying what drama? Okay, if you're not on Twitter, you missed the drama. So you're going to be updated on what's going on. I don't know if Sultan is going to join, but they might join. Anyways, so okay, so this is what happened. Before we get into that drama, I just want to share one more thing because I think it's so ridiculous and it's just makes me disappointed. And this is again, so there's two ex-Muslims were behaving kind of strangely right now. One of them is John Del Vento and the other one is Introverted Smile. So we'll start with John Del Vento made a video. Okay, so basically I got a message on Twitter, again tagged by the same guy that tagged me in the whole Hasib Shams, the Afghani man, ex-Muslim guy who murdered 3 Muslims. I think at least 2 of them were Muslim. I don't know what the third victim was. And this guy Vasim tagged me, and he basically said to me,
uninformed videos and everybody.
The audio. I'm sorry, jeez. He basically said to me that, are you gonna condemn this guy? And I was like, obviously, I have no problem condemning like a murder. Why would I have a problem, not condemning a murder? Hey, Haris, how's it going? Hello. Are you here? Okay.
Yes. Hey,
there we go. How's it going? I'm just introducing what happened. You're a little bit laggy for some reason, but I'm just introducing what happened. I'm explaining what happened with the Ghazi video. Yeah, this is my new channel. So what happened is this John guy said a bunch of things about me, and I'm going to talk about that. But before that, I just want to talk about something else that happened. Geez, there's a lot going on here, right? And it's just like, okay, what is all of this stuff? And unfortunately, I'm blocked now, so probably for the better. But it started off with a private message that was posted by this guy and this Wasim guy, and he was saying that the private message to this guy saying the ex-Muslim community is. Oh, here it is. I found it. Okay, there we go. Perfect. I found it. I'm just gonna share my screen here. I'm just gonna share my screen. How do I share my screen? Okay, here we go. Okay, I don't know if you guys can see that well, but there's this private message here saying, "Salam, bro. We may have some disagreements, but let me tell you, you're 100% right. What you say about the ex-Muslim community and specific personalities, they are a cult. Keep going." Right. So this was a message, and I'm like, first of all, who is this big name you're talking about that's sending this message, right? And I'm like, I called it out, and I'm like, okay, I know who it is. I know exactly who it is. It's John Del Vento. I know this because he's made comments in the past disparaging the ex-Muslim movement, disparaging ex-Muslims, saying that we're useless, we don't do anything productive, that we're creating extremists or something and stuff like that. Can you just want to test your sound? Can you say something? Hello, you here? Oh, you're lagging again. Oh no, your video disappeared. I don't know what's going on today. You guys can hear me okay, right? Everything, the stream is going fine. Like you guys can hear me and all that. Just send me a comment. Okay, looks like you got Haris is reconnected. Hello, are you here, Haris?
Yes. I really don't know what happened. I just got a supposedly really good, super fast internet connection, and I was getting something like 60 megabits per second, but now all of a sudden I just checked it for some reason. It went down to 8 megabits, so I just connected with my mobile internet again. So anyway, carry on.
So anyway, so this is the first thing that happened, and at this point, John has already made comments saying, the ex-Muslim community is useless or whatever. But I mean, I don't care. It's up to him. He can say that.
I don't care.
Whatever, fine. Right? But then at this point, I'm like, okay, I should maybe like share with people because they're associating me with him, and they think that I'm, because I put him on my channel twice. I spoke to John twice.
I did too.
Oh yeah.
I did it too. Yeah, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead. Yeah, I was just gonna say, like, I told John that I'm here for you. You're a fellow ex-Muslim of mine. If you're gonna make a channel, we need more public ex-Muslims, and there's not a lot of us. And I'm happy to help you however you want. And I had him on my channel first time. The first time he was on, obviously he made a lot of fluffy comments about Islam's not that bad, Muhammad's not that bad, Hadith is good. I mean, sorry, Hadith is bad, but Islam is not bad. And then I was like, yeah, I'll let it slide. He's coming out for the first time. A lot of people, when they come out, including some of my other friends, they were kind of soft spoken because they don't want to be in public, like, saying things that might affect them. And then after that, John became very public on Twitter. He became a very big personality on Twitter, very open about, Islam and debating Hadith and talking about Isnad. And he became friends with Farid and joined his Discord and all that. And then he came on my channel a second time. So he said, I want to come again, talk about some stuff. We can talk about Christianity, and I'm like, I'd love, I'm happy to promote you to, and he's like, I want to make a channel about Hindu fascism. And I'm like, you know what? That's great. I'm against fascism, wherever it is, right? So this is I'd support you. And he actually got upset at me. He got really upset at me over something that I thought was really quite trivial. I was just like confused why, like, I don't understand why he's getting so upset. So basically, I there was this Bharat Skeptic, I think his name is, on Twitter, and he had made a comment that or he had made a comment saying Hindu nationalism is the most dangerous ideology in the world today. And I'm like, I'm not sure about that. That's all I said. I just said I'm not sure if that's actually the case, if Hindu nationalism is the worst, because it's an absolute statement. So I don't, whenever you make an absolute statement, you have to be careful, right? So I just said, like, I'm not sure. I'm just gonna bring up my tweet here. Oh yeah, here we go. I said, oh, here we go. Found it. So I'll just share my screen. Maybe I can show you guys what I'm talking about. 1 second. Okay. All right. So there it is. Okay. So I'm just going to share my screen. Oh, yeah, you can see it. Okay. So we have it right here. And I just said, like, I'm not sure if that's the case in terms of physical violence, because, jihadi violence is a big problem in the world today. And he got really upset at me, like, over this. He got extremely upset over this. And I was like, why? I don't understand. Like, you're my friend. And he was like, I basically stopped talking to me after this point. This was like the date, September 28th, right? And I'm like, this doesn't make sense for someone that, I mean, I get that we disagree on this, but we can still work together, towards mutual goals, right? And I don't understand why you're getting so upset over the little, like, kind of like, I'm not sure if this is the case kind of comment. And at this point, he was accusing ex-Muslims of radicalizing Hindus, of making them violent against Muslims. He was saying that, some of the same old stuff. Do you want to say anything before I can have a slice of my cake here?
Yeah, look, I mean, I don't know. He spoke with me as well on my channel. You guys do look up Harris Sultan and John Del Vento. Just put that up. That's the first result you'll get. It did ramble on for about 2 hours and 54 minutes because his hatred for Hindutva, which, we don't like Hindu nationalists either. I mean, I've got a whole playlist on Hindu nationalists, and I got a fair share of hate from Hindu nationalists. But he actually went off at one of my members who is the exact opposite of a Hindu nationalist. He just asked him a fair question about, problem with Islamism and etc. And he just, because he saw he had a Hindu name, he just went off at him. And I kept telling him, no, this is the wrong guy. This is not a Hindu nationalist. I know who Hindu nationalists are. But anyway, so that went on for another hour and a half or something. So check out the first hour and a bit and just have a look. I found it quite puzzling as well. You're right when he says, there's plenty of things wrong with the Hadith, but nothing with the Quran. Then I said, well, there's plenty of problematic verses in the Quran. He hid behind the usual, interpretation issue. And then, I think I got him on the solid atheistic argument. So I think you guys will enjoy it if you actually do check it out. First an hour and a half, start taking calls from people. That's when it kind of went off. And yeah, you can probably see that as well, where he just went off at this innocent, normal Indian Hindu guy who's probably a Hindu atheist. He's one of the very smart people that regularly come to my show. And he just went off at him. And I was like, dude, this is the wrong guy. So, and I just noticed something, I'm not going to share it because, like you were just talking about it. That's why, and I was in my room, so I thought, okay, I'll jump in for a little bit. But I didn't. I mean, this guy's a nobody, really. He was fishing me. Like I didn't understand the game, what he was doing. When you messaged me, I just woke up. Like this is 11 a.m. I woke up at 9 a.m. The technician came just to fix the internet, and I'm quite upset why it went down from 60 megabits to 10 megabits. But anyway, so I was just doing that, and I'm looking at Twitter. What's this going on? And I see a message from him. He's like, "Hey, by the way, I've been going off at ex-Muslims, but oh, so am I okay? Am I okay?
Yeah, you froze for a second. You froze for a second. So go on.
Oh man.
You're still here. You're still here. I can hear you. Hada Sultan from Australia. His internet has gone to garbage. I can still see him. I can still hear him, but I don't think he's there. Okay, so I'm gonna share. I kind of want to talk about a few more things as well, not just John. But let's just go through a couple of things. Because John made a video attacking me, I'm going to share the video and I'm going to talk about what happened here. It seems like there's a lot of unfair accusations being made, and I don't like that, right? And there's multiple people now, Muslims, actually accusing me of the same thing. So let's just go through it because it'll be interesting. I have nothing to hide. I really do feel like this is like wrong what he's saying. John Del Vento has now blocked me on Twitter. He's blocked his Sultan after making these claims. So here's my screen here. I'm going to share what happened. So here's a video, and we'll go to...
I took down one ex-Muslim YouTuber yesterday quite easily. I guess I might have to do it again. Why? Because I have the facts on my side. It's very, very easy. My boy Abdullah Samir, very disappointed. I know you've been in an awkward place lately since you tried to grift off the Pakistani terrorism incident. You put a very disturbing and controversial video up. YouTube slapped you on the wrist deservedly.
Okay, so YouTube slapped me. I put a very controversial video out, and YouTube slapped me on the wrist deservedly. Okay, so that's the first accusation. If you look at my screen, this is your friendly neighbor. The video is still up. I got no strike for this video, and the video is still there. And all I was doing was sharing that this is a reflection. This is how some Pakistanis have been responding to. They've been praising the attacker. Like, look at this. Videos after videos after videos of this guy. And like, this is my video. This was not, I don't see what's so controversial. I mean, maybe it's controversial, but I wasn't hit because of that. So that was the first unfair accusation he made. He said that I was what I said was wrong. I hope you guys can hear what he's saying, right?
Yeah, very extreme, very bigoted and uninformed videos, and everybody knows it. You try to play the middle ground, but all you're doing is getting money. Since we've connected on WhatsApp, all you talk about is how to build your money and build your channel. That's all.
Yeah, so we did talk on WhatsApp. That is true, and we did talk about how to grow the channel. John as well told me that he wants to build a channel. He wants to start a podcast. He wants to do something with some of the time that he has. And I'm like I said, I'm happy to help you, John. Like, I have no problem with that. There's actually nothing wrong with making money off your activism. I don't see the problem here.
All I hear you talking about is your Patreon and complaining about your ads. Is that really what it's all about?
Actually, that's not really what it's all about. It's about the message. But at the same time, if I'm going to make some money off it, and I can actually use that money to grow the channel, to bring more people, to get a writer, to get a video editor, I would love that, man. Like, my full-time job is my priority, and this is something I do when I have time. So if I have people to help me in this project, I would love it. I know Hada Sultan has people helping him as well. It just makes it easier, so that, like, for example, yesterday or the day before, I have a guy working for me in Turkey now, and I sent him the video, and I went to the gym. I came back from the gym, and the video was done. I mean, there was some I mean, why not? I mean, I want to have a life too. Right? I don't want to just sit here doing videos and then
Forget about that. But you know, I want to. I'm sorry. I hope my internet doesn't play up now. But forget about that. We don't even have to make excuses to these folks because, so what? I mean, so what if you're getting paid for your work?
Ah, geez, you got disconnected again. Okay, while I'm waiting for him to come back. Poor Haris.
I don't know, man. I think there's something wrong with my internet. I better come
just
some other time. I don't want to ruin your stream.
Do you want to try doing audio only? See how that works? We can try doing audio only. Okay, so while I'm waiting for him, I'm just gonna... Oh, I hear you. Are you still here? Ah, what the heck? Okay, let's just continue with the video. I'm just gonna go finish this video. Okay.
Really? You left Islam because you didn't agree with some stuff? I get it. I get it. But you had an ex-Muslim terrorist the other day and you couldn't even condemn it.
Okay, stop right there. Stop right there. There was an ex-Muslim terrorist and you couldn't even condemn it. Whoa, like, buddy. I condemned it. I straight up condemned it. Unilaterally, unconditionally. And I actually made 2 videos on this topic now. To just make, like, if this isn't, like, if I haven't been shouting from, you know, loud enough that this is wrong, whether you're doing it to Muslims, whether you're doing it, whether ex-Muslims are doing it, excuse me, like, this is me. Like, this is what I've been standing up for since I started doing this, right? Like, this is what I've been doing. Like, why, how can you say that? And then we have this fellow. Where is it? Let me go back. Like, Yusuf Ponders, dude, it took someone to push you and push you. We can see why you did it, because you quote retweet your motivation. It's see-through. You did it to save face, not because you were self-compelled, but because you were called out and it made you look bad. What? Like, what? How does a random shooter in how does a random shooter in wherever in the US, in Bay County or whatever, how does what he did make me look bad because he was ex-Muslim? So you're this Muslim fellow, who I think is actually quite a decent guy, Yusuf. I think he is a decent guy. He's also a convert to Islam. I'm saying he's a reasonable guy because I've interacted with him in the past. He's basically saying guilty by association. I'm guilty by association. He's saying I'm guilty by association, so I should defend myself. Like, do these guys even watch my videos? Like, this was my point since the beginning. You can't hold all Muslims guilty by association for the actions of some terrorists. I have been shouting this from the freaking tops of buildings. Don't assume all Muslims are bad. They are not all bad people. They are decent people among Muslims, and they are bad people and they are good people. There's all sorts of people. Every group has good and bad people. Why are these people accusing me of, like... Anyways, let's just continue the video. I don't know why is it playing. Oh, shoot. I stopped the video now, starting from the beginning again. Okay, let's just...
I have the facts. That's all I hear you talking about is your Patreon and complain. I get it. But you had an ex-Muslim terrorist the other day and you couldn't even condemn it. Disgusting. You couldn't win the Quran debate and you kept milking it.
I couldn't win the Quran debate. I don't even know what he's talking about here.
You quote tweet people and get likes and get likes and get... It's pure grifting. And
okay, I quote tweet people and I get likes and likes. I quote tweet people and get likes. What does that even mean? I quote tweet people and get likes. What does that frickin' mean? I don't even know. Okay.
enough is enough. There is no ex-Muslim community. There's just men, middle-aged YouTubers that know very little about Islam that rake in donations. And people are getting radicalized off your videos. And you didn't even...
People are getting radicalized off my videos. I want to fucking know who's getting radicalized from my videos. Please show me who is radicalized by Abdullah Samir. your friendly neighborhood ex-Muslim, the guy that says be nice. What? Who is that? Like, what the hell? And no, John, I'm not gonna let you on after you did this to me. Why should I? I let you on my channel twice, dude. I gave you whatever help you could get from me. I told you I will have you on. I will promote your channel. I said I will actually link to your video directly from my community page so people from my channel will go and see your video. I don't understand why you're saying this. Like, who did I radicalize? I have made videos against, like, I had a conversation about Hinduism with Farhan Qureshi, Introverted Smiles, and Mukunda. I'm talking about these things. I am willing to call out Hindu nationalism. I made a video called How India's Most Famous Painter Had to Leave India. Okay, like this is like, I don't know what to say. Like, how much more could I, like, do you want me to do? This man, this Muslim man, you know, he made these paintings, and he had to leave India. I made a video on that. Like, I am consistent with what I'm standing up for. I am not favoring Hindu nationalists in any way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know how I just think that you're being very unfair about me, but that's okay. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm just going to show people that this is what you're doing. And let's just finish this video. There's only a couple more minutes left in it. Where is it? This one.
Even condemned the terrorists the other day. So that's why I've been distancing myself from the community. And I've been talking to Muslims and telling them, yeah, your religion sucks, but keep going against this ex-Muslim thing because they're getting to be a cult. You had an ex-Muslim terrorist the other day, you fucking grifter, and you didn't even call him out. You didn't even condemn the ex-Muslim terrorist because all you care about are views. The only reason you don't post Hindutva videos is because you don't want to lose your Hindu followers. You're a businessman. You care about money. You don't care about people. Name one positive thing that you've done on your channel since starting. Not $1 to charity. Not a single person helped.
Okay, wait a minute. Are you kidding me? Not only did I donate $20 to that fellow was distant relative was killed by his distant relative was killed by an ex-Muslim. I donated to that guy, and guess what he said to me? He replied, I am not painting all ex-Muslims with the same brush. Let's get that straight here. Hasib was a special case. I watched the video and you had some valid points. You shall have your beliefs and I shall have mine. Clearly, emotions are running high, not trying to incite some type of war here. So it ends here. Whether you keep the video up or take it down, that's whatever. The brush you're painting with me is an emotional me. I appreciate you posting the GoFundMe link. This ends here. Nobody wins. Peace. He's thanking me for posting the GoFundMe link. Okay, it's in the original video. I forgot to put it here, but like, how much more do you really want me to do? I don't get it. Like, you're saying that I don't donate. We helped together, you know, that ex-Muslim atheist dude that was being attacked in Africa, in Kenya. You know, it's like we helped him get out. We did a fundraiser for him, right? So I don't understand like how much more you want me to do, man. Like, you're just being very unfair, very nasty, despite all that I did for you, right? You're just being a jerk to me, and I just don't think it's right, you know. And you know, the irony here is we have Muslims that will condemn me, yet they will not condemn they will condemn me for not, you know, doing that, whatever, you know, but they will, where the heck is it? But they will actually not condemn the attack on ex-Muslims. It's just bizarre, right? It's just freaking bizarre. Here it is. Okay, here's the link for this poor man that was killed, and I'm going to share the link right here, right? I'm just like, like honestly, this is ridiculous to even think that, that I would support such a thing. I don't have to like Hottest is saying, I don't have to defend myself. Hey, IP. Yeah, why don't I condemn human sacrifice among them? Like, it's just like I'm doing everything right as far as I know. I just don't see how this is fair at all. It's not fair what you're saying against me, right? And I was a little bit like disturbed by this thing you made about me. Like, I'm like, what the hell, man? Like,
helped? Nothing. Just spreading hateful information, and it's about time YouTube took more videos down. The ex-Muslim movement is not your channel. Ex-Muslims are stronger than your bigoted self. Abdullah Samir, watch the graph of your channel go down.
Okay, watch the graph of my channel go down. Guys, let's prove John wrong. Let's watch the graph of my channel go up, not down. And frankly speaking, I don't give a shit, okay? At the end of the day, I'm going to keep doing this. And I was talking to my wife, and, we're discussing this channel, and I'm like, she told me some things, and the point is, why did you get into this, right? You got into this because you care about what you're saying, what you believe in, what you're doing. So at the end of the day, if YouTube kicks me off, I'm not stopping. I don't care. I have more skills than just being a YouTuber. I'm a writer. I write on Medium. I have my blog. And I'm going to continue doing this. I don't care if YouTube takes me down. And I don't think, frankly speaking, YouTube will take me down because my content is good, right? So anyways, that's enough about John. Let's talk about, this was like, oh my God, drama. Too much drama. Whew, let's talk about introverted smiles and what is going on with introverted smiles. All right. My friend Intro, I love you as my brother. I just don't know what is going on here with you. He said, don't make a video, don't respond to this video. And I wasn't going to, but he's done a lot since then. And I think we need to call this out like for what it is. I'm just going to.
From Twitter. And we all know that Twitter is a cesspool. We all say this in language. We all know Reddit forums for ex-Muslims is a cesspool. But, I'm just going to go ahead and take responsibility and say that I was part of the machine. I was part of the cog. I was the cog in the machine that kept the wheel spinning as far as like making posts bashing Islam. And what I just realized is that this is an outlet for a lot of mentally deranged ex-Muslims on there. Like, there's a lot, please, Abdullah Samir, don't make a video on this, okay? I know you try to help me as much as you can. Trying to.
Oh my God. Twitter is an outlet for mentally. I don't know what to say. Twitter. Oh my God. Twitter is an outlet for mentally deranged ex-Muslims. Okay. I don't have anything to say about that.
To promote me and stuff, but honestly, no, I'm just kidding. Do what you want. But there's a bunch of anonymous icons on Twitter, and I know they don't represent the majority. They don't even represent the ex-Muslims that need help. That's what pisses me off. They don't represent legitimate ex-Muslims. Like someone told me, there are legitimate ex-Muslims out there.
Okay, wait. Let's stop right there. What do you mean legitimate ex-Muslims? Okay, I'm sorry, but who are you to decide who is legitimate ex-Muslim? What is this, like, play the true ex-Muslim game? Like, that's what Ali Dawa and these guys do. Like, you weren't a true ex-Muslim. You're not a true ex-Muslim because you were never Muslim to begin with. Yeah, okay. Sure, buddy. We were never Muslim. Okay. Who are the true ex-Muslims?
That are in danger in India.
Okay. So here he's saying the true ex-Muslims are the ones who are in danger in India.
And their voices are overshadowed by these ex-Muslim trolls on social media.
Okay, wait. Okay, so the voices of these true ex-Muslims in India are being shadowed over by these internet ex-Muslim trolls. Okay, I'm just repeating what he's saying.
That's exactly the point of my video. There has to be a call out at some point that there is a very toxic group of ex-Muslim people on social media.
Okay, we are all okay. Every group has toxic people, and especially on Twitter, you will find a lot of toxic people because but it's anonymous, right? I mean, when you're vested, when you have your real identity on there, you can't just say go fuck yourself or something like that. You can't say that because you have a real identity. You have to kind of stand up for, you have to stand behind what you say. It's just, like anyways.
I don't care, it could be young, they could be young, they could be old. There are just recent, I'm not going to even name call him, but there was like this 40-year-old ex-Muslim that was just being rude to me.
He's talking about John.
And for no reason, it's like, I'm just tired of your group. And you could tell that he was using our platforms for attention. And I'm not going to even go into that. But there are even young ex-Muslims out there that, they grow up on social media and they think that being ex-Muslim is being a pop star and getting attention.
Okay. So I have to challenge this claim. I don't know any ex-Muslims who think that becoming an ex-Muslim on social media is like becoming a pop star. Like I was saying in my introduction, I was telling John, I appreciate you because you're a public ex-Muslim and we need more public ex-Muslims. There's not a lot of public ex-Muslims, right? And so we need people who come out with a real identity and like, hey, it's me and this is me and I'm ex-Muslim and blah, blah, blah. The amount of hatred and sort of, repercussions to your life from coming out and talking about ex-Muslim, talking about Islam is, you can just be canceled. Like this whole thing is a big risk to everyone involved. I mean, that's what Sam Harris was saying too. He said, you guys, you don't realize it, but like when I talk about Islam, like it hurts me more than it benefits me. People want to cancel me, and I just like, what does he get out of it? It's just a massive risk you take. People that do this, they do it because they care about it. And that's what I told John when John was asking me if he should do this Hindu thing, right? I told him, bro, don't do it for the money. Do it if you believe in it. Because what's going to happen is if you're just doing it for the money, you're going to burn out. And I said the same thing with my channel. If I was doing this for the money, I would have burned out a long time ago. And I am ever so grateful that I'm at the point now where I can actually, to some extent, even though I lost the ads now, I can actually hire people to help me. That is such an amazing feeling that it's now a team, that we now have the Abdullah Samir team, not just Abdullah Samir doing everything himself. Like I have someone that's I don't know if I'm allowed, I guess I can't say his name, but he's in India and he's doing research for me. He's a research assistant. I have a friend that does thumbnails. I have a friend and branding. Like I have people helping me with editing, and I'm paying these people, right? I'm paying them money so that their hard work is paid back, right? Because I'm making money off this, I can pay people, right? I mean, isn't that the success story we all want? That you start off doing something as a hobby and it becomes a real thing that you can survive on, and you can actually, have people that, this guy told me in India that he bought himself a new phone. Like he was so happy. Like, I'm not paying him like a huge amount of money, but it helped him, right? And I'm so grateful. This is what I did when I was Muslim. I hired people in Egypt to help me split the Quran, and I created verse by verse Quran. That was one of my biggest accomplishments. right? Other than Light Upon Light. And it was an accomplishment because it wasn't just me. It was me. I created a business, which was a web hosting business. And from the income from the web hosting, I used that to hire these guys in Egypt, right? And I got a bit of donations too. But I mean, we did more than just imagine going through the Quran verse by verse. And each Quran recitation is 24 hours plus, right? Some of them 48 hours or so. And all they have to do is they have to keep clicking this button every time the ayah changes to the next one, right? I mean, that's a lot of work. And I was paying them $100, $50 to $100 US per recitation, but they were doing it for the sake of Allah, so to speak, right? So I was proud of that. It was something that I did that was more than just myself. And that's what I want this channel to become. I don't want it to be only me. I want a team. Like I want to build this up so that that it becomes something bigger than just me. And that's one of my goals, right? And that's where I want to be. And so when you say ex-Muslims are doing this for attention, and like we want attention for a cause, for what we're talking about. We do want attention. I do want attention. If I'm saying that, and I said this many times, that I'm safe in the West, I'm grateful that my wife is a convert, and she doesn't have Muslim family members that pressured her into leaving me. I'm grateful for the fact that my family is liberal and I'm safe in Canada and I can talk about these things. I'm grateful for all of this shit. You don't understand. But I was that, religious Muslim, and I know what type of sacrifices you can make. And I made those sacrifices completely on my own willpower. Nobody brainwashed me. I brainwashed myself. So I don't want anyone else to be brainwashed, right? And so this is why I do this thing. It gives me, as an atheist, I don't believe in the next life, but it gives me satisfaction. It gives me happiness to know that what I'm doing is actually having an impact in the world. It gives me a good feeling to know that, like all of these people, that either they left Islam, they didn't convert to Islam, including John, by the way. John actually, thanked me for my content as well. Or people told me they did, they became less religious. Like one of my friends, he wasn't going to buy a house on mortgage, and he told me that now he's decided to buy a house on mortgage. I'm so happy for him because he's a Muslim man, he has kids, and and I asked him, well, how did you end up buying a house when it's haram, right? And he's like, I'm a little bit doubtful, some of the things we were discussing and all that. And I'm so, and I don't want my daughter to not have a house, right? So, I want her to have something. And so I'm like, I'm so happy for you, man. I'm glad you're being a little bit skeptical about these things. But this is my goal. Like, I just have a big mouth and a tough skin and a thick skin, I can't shut up. It just can't, and you're talking about, people like John say, yo, what good are you doing in the world? Dude, my life has improved 100 times since I left Islam. My life has improved 100 times. I'm so much better off now. Like, how can you ask me what good are you doing? Like I'm doing what I want to do with my life, which is helping people, right? And they do thank me for that. If you go to my blog and you look at, people are saying thank you, Anyways, let's get back to intro's video. I think there's a lot to unpack here.
That's fine. I was cool with that for a little bit. Like if you want to make ex-Muslim a trend or whatever, I was cool with that. Whatever. Do to each their own. You raise awareness. Do your thing. But there just comes a point where it's like, why am I bashing this God? Why am I bashing this religion? Like I really don't understand what the point of waking up in the morning and it's like, I'm just going to bash the hell out of the line. You're not adding value into somebody else's life.
Okay. I don't get what the point is of waking up in the morning and saying, I'm going to bash this religion, and you're not adding value to anyone's life. Good morning. I am Abdullah Samir, and we today are going to bash Islam. Muhammad was you know what? He was this and he was that. Hey guys, today's episode, we're gonna bash Islam some more. Let's start bashing. Like, do we do that? Like, what we do is we talk about things that affect our world. Islam is not an abstract idea. It's something that people implement in their lives. You, my friend, you talk to that fellow from Hizb Tahrir, Mazin, Abdul Azim, the guy that I told you what he said about me. He said you are gonna die on the streets, addicted to drugs in the gutter. That's what's gonna happen to you. He said you're enemy of Allah. You're scum. Basically, I'm scum. I'm trash, and I'm gonna end up lonely, miserable, depressed on the sides of the street, smoking, I don't know what, doing drugs, doing heroin or something. This is what Mazen Abdul Azim, the Hizb ut-Tahrir lead in Canada, that's what he said to me on Facebook. So this is not an abstract thing that we're talking about. We're talking about a real thing that hurts people. Mazen wants to bring back the Islamic State. Excuse me. He wants to bring back this evil fascist system that would have my head, that would send assassins to kill me, just like Muhammad sent assassins to kill his political opponents. Right? Why me? Who am I? I'm a nobody. Like, I'm some guy talking about Islam online. Why do I have to be killed? I'm a literal nobody. Like, there's no need to kill me. Like, I'm just sharing my points of view online, man. Like, yet, according to this evil ideology, I deserve to be killed. I deserve to be killed. Meaning, if they could kill me, they would kill me and they would not think about it. They would gladly hang me, right? Or poison me, or whatever. Like, behead me. I guess that's the choice of Islamic terrorists. Do you not think I would be dead if I was in a Muslim country right now? Or at least rotting in jail? I know I would be. Why? What did I do that's so dangerous? Nothing. I just said what I think. Right? And apparently the truth is a dangerous thing sometimes, you know? So hell yeah, we're gonna bash Islam, man. It needs to be bashed. Someone needs to do it. Those poor people like Sharif Gaber. Look what he had to give up to do this. He's in a miserable hell now and he can't leave that place. Look what happened to Mashal Khan. Look what happened to all of these people, man. How many ex-Muslims kill themselves? Because they can't do anything. Like, they're stuck, man. You need people like me and Haris Sultan Abdullah Gondal. We have to do this because no one else can do this. Who's gonna do this, man? Seriously. There's nobody else. We people in America, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, we gotta do this. Because if we don't, they won't be able to do it. Like, we gotta do this, man. We have to bash Islam. We're not just bashing for the fun of it, man. I don't do this shit for fun. Although it is fun sometimes, I have to tell you that. It is fun. It gives me a bit of therapy, you know?
And like, you're becoming a pop star over this. It's kind of stupid. You know, we always say that the Muslims have a bad, group of extremists, right? And we make that distinction. It's not all Muslims. It's just a group of them that make everything stink. Same thing with the ex-Muslims. Except, it's a different scenario. But there's like a group of them that just make us look so terrible.
What are you so worried about what people think of you, man? They make us look so terrible. Like, you saying this, and then not that long after this, you're going all out, man, on your Twitter now. It's like they make us look bad. Like, what is this? Like let me just share my screen. Like, what are you saying, man? Ignore ex-Muslims and atheists on here. They have nothing to offer the world. What are you talking? First, you say we make you look bad. They're making us these ex-Muslim, and he's not talking about me, obviously, but he's talking about these anonymous Twitter ex-Muslims that are, making him look bad, making ex-Muslims look bad. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, man. And I don't know why you're picking on ex-Muslim women. Like, there's now 4 different women that you've picked on, one after another, and I just have to ask, like, why are you doing this? Right? Like, first there's Skeptical Aussie, Aisha, and then he's posting about 2 other ex-Muslim women here, and apparently he's also talking about another ex-Muslim woman in another place called Farah. So that's 5 women now. Why is he picking? Why are these? Why is he getting so upset at these ex-Muslim women? All women. Why is he bringing up things that like famous ex-Muslim who wrote a book with a name that rhymes with Masneen committed adultery while she was with her husband? How do you know that? How do you know that? And why are you saying that? And what is it going to do? One of the figureheads of ex-Muslims need help. She's fleeing Australia because of crime. Like, what is going on here, man, with you? Man, what the hell? Anyways.
On Twitter and on Reddit, on these forums. And I'm just so sick and tired of it. Like, you're waiting for my post to bash Islam because you don't want to address your mental health issues. And
okay. Okay, listen. It's okay to bash Islam. Can we just agree on that? Can we just agree that it's okay to bash Islam? Why can't I bash Islam? Like, okay, so let's say that I was a persecuted Muslim, ex-Muslim, I mean, and I lived my life as Muslim for some years. I was forced to do certain things. Maybe I'm a young woman that was forced to have an arranged marriage. Maybe I've suffered and I was kicked out of my home. I know one lady, Amistli, I forget her name is, on Twitter. We're going to have an interview at some point. I think she's Afghani background. Anyways, so she was like pretty much like almost killed by her dad. Left the home and she was going to be forced into an arranged marriage. And, gave her story interview on some podcast. I heard it. And I'm like, why can't she bash Islam? Islam actually hurt her. Islam, I'm not going to say ruined her life. Maybe it did ruin her life. But Islam is just an idea. Why can't we bash it? Why can't these people wake up in the morning? I wanted to make a video on this, that there's a certain thing that when you're denied something and you finally get to do it, it's sort of like a coping mechanism, right? Like, let's say your parents are weird and they never let you go to the movies. They were really, really strict, right? And then finally, when you leave home, sometimes you go crazy and you go watch all these movies, and it becomes a sort of revenge. All of these years I never got to watch movies because if you go, I'm going to go and want to watch every single movie. And it's kind of stupid. You're going to watch every single movie, and maybe you take it to an extreme, and maybe you watch you spend like 1 million hours watching movies, and that's not healthy either. But it's just, you just need to get it out of your system, right? And that's what a lot of ex-Muslims are doing, right? They're just trying to get it out of the system. All of this like repressed, this lack of life they had. They just want to live. And so sometimes it feels good to say, Muhammad is a pedo. And I don't agree with that statement because of, I don't want to get into that, but like, I just feel like it's okay to say that. It's okay to bash Islam. I mean, if you're offended by bashing Islam, then just don't go on the internet. Just don't follow ex-Muslims. Just block ex-Muslims. Block all the ex-Muslims. There's no need to be upset about people bashing Islam. There's nothing wrong with bashing Islam, intro. Like, let people bash Islam if they want to. If it helps them, if it makes them feel good. Why are you offended, man? Why are you upset? Like, what are you trying to, like, are you trying to win brownie points from Muslims? Like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, they bash us and I bash them and whatever. We all bash each other. Like, as long as I respect your rights as a fellow human being and you respect my rights as a fellow human being, there's no problem.
And I'm just like, that's what caused me to take a break. I mean, I took my break from YouTube a while ago because I felt like the nationalists were gathering up and they're using it as fuel. I kind of like just was more active on Twitter lately because I was like, oh, these are ex-Muslims, are cool.
All right. I'm just gonna pause for 1 second. Actually, I won't do it. Never mind. Let's go back to the video.
They'll enjoy my funny posts or whatever. But I feel like a lot of these anonymous accounts that have all these anime profile pictures, they're just idiots. that thrive on drama. They turn on you in just a second.
Okay. Yeah, there's lots of drama and all that. We know all that. Just a big shout out and thank you to Binary Skeptic. What a wonderful man. I've become friends with him and he's been helping me with my blog. He's a tech whiz. He's tech whiz. And I honestly can't pay you back for all the help you've given me. I thought I was a tech whiz until I met him. And I'm sorry for doing this to you if I'm embarrassing you. Anyhow.
This is not a real community. This is not real family.
So it's not a real community. It's not a real family, but yet they're making you look bad because you're part of the community. Like, which one is it? Are you part of the community? Or are you not part of the community? If you're not part of the community, then if there's no community, then what's the problem if ex-Muslims do stupid shit online? They're just making themselves look bad.
In that sense, I kind of miss the Ummah, even though it was fake. Your Muslim Brotherhood and
yeah, I agree. I miss the Ummah too, in the sense that you get a lot of benefits out of being part of the Muslim community.
sisterhood. It's all fake in Islam. But at the same time, it's like you can't even have a fake community with these ex-Muslims.
Okay, so you want a fake community? I don't get what the heck is going on here. You want a fake community or you want a real community? What do you want, man? What do you want? A real community or a fake community? If you just want an imaginary community, hey, just go back to Islam. They'll love you. They'll accept you and you'll have your imaginary community back. I'm going to share a story. I don't know if I've shared this story before. I don't think I have. Oh man, I'm having so much fun on this live stream right now. I didn't expect it. So I converted to Islam from Ismaili to Sunni, from one sect to another. But I always say I converted to Islam because I used to think Ismailis were not Muslims. And when I changed sects, I was Muslim and I was praying and all that crap. And one day I was in the car with Sheikh Ala Al Sayed. He was giving me a ride from my office to the masjid. And you might ask, why was he giving me a ride? Well, the masjid was far away from my office, and that's the only way I could get there. And it was very difficult. I had to either take a taxi. I used to take taxis. It cost me like $30 or something. Anyways, and he felt bad for me, and he's like, I'll give you a ride. And then one of the days he was giving me a ride, I told him, hey, I'm a convert. I converted from Ismail. He was like, whoa, you're a convert? I mean, of course, nobody realized because I'm brown and have a beard. That's like, I'm not the typical white convert. And he's like, you should take your shahada. I'm like, dude, I've been Muslim for like at this point, like 10 years or something. Like, what do you mean you want me to take the shahada? He's like, no, let's just do it. It'll be good for the community. They'll say brothers converting to Islam, Allahu Akbar, the community is growing. I'm like, okay, so you want to use me for dawah. Okay, he wants to use me for dawah. I'm like, let's do it. Sure, man, I'll help your community. I'll help our community. So we got to the masjid. He did his Friday khutbah. He's like, brothers and sisters, I have special announcement for you guys. We have convert brother with us in the masjid. And they're like looking at me like, this guy's convert brother? Like, this guy's been coming to Jummah every week? He's convert brother? He's like, yeah. He's convert brother from a few years ago. He's been coming to the masjid and I've been bringing him whatever. And, he's converted to Islam. I want you guys to all give him a hug. So after the khutbah, they all came. All the brothers, no sisters, gave me a hug. Now, this is the cool part of the story. He's like, now, guys, can one of you guys give him a ride back to the mosque, to his office? Crickets. Like, crickets. Nobody wanted to give me a ride 10 minutes from the mosque. This is the Muslim Ummah we're talking about. To my office, I was a young kid in university, no car, taking a $15 freaking taxi to get to the mosque, getting in trouble for taking a long lunch. And this is the Muslim Ummah. Seriously, I mean, what a joke. What a freaking joke. And guess who gave me a ride back? Imam Ala Sayed. And if you want, you can ask him about this. I'm telling the truth. Hopefully he remembers me. Ala Al Sayed, if you ever watch this video, thank you for the ride. I appreciate it. But this is so what happened. This is the Muslim community. I mean, this is a fake community I'm talking about, but they do help you. Some people are genuine and really do help you in the community. I mean, not the whole community is not like that, but expecting like people that don't know you, I guess, to give you a favor. I mean, in this case, it was for religious reasons. I mean, there were other things that happened to me as a Muslim that would counter this. So not Islam's not that bad in terms of community. I mean, like I said, I do miss the community aspect of it. But yeah, let's continue the video. Let's see what other gems we have.
You know, and I'm not talking about Abdullah Gondol or Apostate Prophet, Abdullah Samir. Those are my boys, you know. They're cool peoples, right? But other than that, I can't really think of, you know, Faye, the most gracious. I can't think of any other, you know, prominent exes. I mean, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody up. Yeah, Vidu Vids. I can't think of like this ex-Muslim ummah. I don't think such a thing exists because it's impossible for it to exist. Because everybody's so stuck up in their own ways. Everybody is selfish, including myself. We all have a definition of what ex-Muslim should be, or have the ex-Muslim community, how it should be. And that's my point. You know, we all have a selfish gene, and we want it to be our own thing. But I just wanted to put this video out there to separate and to address that there are some idiotic, moronic ex-Muslims out there that think they're doing good by making derogatory posts on Islam, but they're not addressing their own issues. That's bullshit, man. That is just straight up bullshit.
Yeah, I think we do need to address the issues. I do think we need to work on, you know, like dealing with the issues that we have if we have mental health issues, and not just bashing Islam, but bashing Islam by itself is not a problem, as I said before.
Yeah, and that's it, guys. You know, we have to make that distinction. And if you are one of those people, those ex-Muslims that overshadow the people that actually do need help, and you just thrive on drama on Twitter,
I don't know if there's much more to it. Anyways, it's just like,
I feel sorry for you. Actually, you know, I want to treat a Muslim and an ex-Muslim the same.
I don't think you're treating an ex-Muslim and a Muslim the same, Intro. I don't think you are at all. I feel like you're going out of your way to demonize us, and not all of us, like you said, not me, not Abdullah Gondal, not Faye Rahman, not this person, not that person, not Vidu Bids, but like this, you know. And I get that, you know, you sometimes make videos and you delete them and stuff like that, but you are responsible for what you say. You're responsible for the things you say, the content you put out. You know, you're responsible for it. If you're gonna say such things, like don't be surprised if you get called out. And you're saying there's a lot of toxic ex-Muslims, a lot of stupid, moronic ex-Muslims. Yeah, I have no disagreement with that. I mean, as a community grows, I know you don't think we have a community, but it's going to have a lot of dumbasses. I mean, that's why is that? Like, what's the point of announcing that? We have dumbasses in a group. Like, okay, Muslims don't usually go around saying we got dumbasses in a group. Like, I mean, everybody knows there's dumbasses in every group. Like, is there any point even saying that? Like, what's the point? You know, what's the point of doing this? And you know, that's it with intro. And I think we've gone through a lot of oh man, yeah, a lot of drama, a lot of stuff going on here. But yeah, just whoever's here now on the new channel, please do subscribe. And you know, thank you for joining me again on the new channel, and for being here and for supporting me. Everyone that's been supporting me, I really do appreciate it. Vidu Vids behind the scenes, and you know, everybody else. And I'm gonna, you know, do what I can with the new channel. I'm probably gonna go back to using the main channel most of the time. I'm still trying to figure it out. If you have any suggestions, what's a good way to, you know, to split up the channel into two channels? So maybe one for live streams, maybe one for like long. I was thinking maybe just one for informal content that's not planned out, just like, you know, off the top of my head, you know, Abdullah Samir talks. maybe the main channel for like prepared response video style things, you know. So I'm not totally sure what the best way of doing this is. If you have any ideas, do let me know. I would love to hear from you and to come up with, you know, this. And those of you who are mods, I just noticed on my other channel, I need to make you a mod as well on this channel. And so give me some time and I will do all of that and make you all mods again. And like I said, thank you for supporting me. And yeah, this whole thing has become like, as Calisthenics Wade is saying, let me just share his comment. It's kind of true, you know. This whole thing has become like TMZ, right? I mean, it's not, the drama is the drama, the drama is the drama, but you know, it's not, forget the drama, you know. Let's focus on the points that are being made. Let's focus on, you know, I really don't care who this person is, but we need to stay away from making personal attacks. And what I mean by that is that if you are going around saying this ex-Muslim woman cheated on this person and this ex-Muslim, you know, is running from the law, like what are you, why are you making personal attacks? Like what is the point of that? Focus on arguments, focus on the points. You're just demonizing people now. You're hurting people in their personal lives, and that is a red line, man. Don't cross the red line of abusing people personally. Just stick to arguments. Stick to arguments. I don't even like insulting like Muhammad Hijab. I don't like insulting anybody. I think we need to be bigger than that. I think we need to stick to, you know, like stick to arguments, you know, stick to arguments and focus on what is important. And what is important is not, is this type of stuff is not important, right? Like, you know what I mean? Like what is the points being made are important. And, you know, like, why did I even bother responding to John? It's just like, I guess it kind of got to me, some of the things he's saying. I didn't really like it. And I thought, you know what, might as well respond to it. We do Wids. Waleed, we miss you, man. Congrats on your baby boy, you know, and this, you know, you're going to grow, man. You're going to be like leveling up while you're behind the scenes. You're not active making videos. That's okay. You're going to level up, man. You're going to level up. You're going to be reading and consuming content, and most importantly, being a dad. And that's going to like grow you. And, you know, and when you come back, it's going to be like, you're going to be the next. I wish I had some anime like knowledge. I could say like, you're going to go from Goku to Super Goku. What's the, my kids are playing games. I could ask them otherwise. Yeah. And same thing with John. Like, I just, dude, don't like, don't get into personal shit. Like, if you have a problem with my arguments, I'm okay with that. Like, if you want to say you're an idiot, whatever, and you're wrong about this, that's fine. But like stick to that. Don't get into like, oh, you're doing it for money, like ad hominems and like, you know, and you're a bigot and you're a grifter and you're this and you're that. And I don't understand, like, what is the point of all this? Like, do you think you're going to become popular? Ex-Muslims just want to be pop stars because they're not talented. Oh my god. Yeah, man. Like, so I'm just going to the comments now, and you know, honestly, ex-Muslims just want to be famous. Yeah, it's just like, you know, honestly, I get that the whole ex-Muslim thing is identity politics. It's identity politics. It's, I'm a former Muslim. Like, you're playing on identity. And I get that you know, label is not the best for everybody. Not everybody likes it, and that's okay, right? It's not like you don't have to use it. You don't have to use the label if you don't like it. It's fine. I don't really care. I mean, it helps, I think, it helps to bring awareness to it, and there are ex-Muslim organizations, and you know, we have a variety of different ideas and beliefs, and you know, all of that stuff. It's not and I don't yeah, I agree. Like, you know, go and take care of your kids. That was not kosher, man. Making comments like go raise your kids. Like, my kids have nothing to do with this. Just, you know what I mean? Just stay out of it. Anyhow, let's see if nice cat, nice office. It's not real. This is a green screen, let's be honest. Yeah, and at the end of the day, why I do this, whether I do this for money, whether you're doing it for money or doing it for love of, I don't know, whatever, like whatever reason you do it, whether you go and become an academic because you want to become a sheikh, you go to Medina and then you come back, you're like, yeah, I'm a Medina guy now. And, you start teaching at the local masjid, you start a channel, you become an Al-Maghrib professor, you're going for Umrah tours, you're doing all of this stuff and you're getting a lot of money out of it. You're becoming famous online, you have your own YouTube channel with over 100,000 subs, you start attacking Yasir Qadi, these ex-Muslims, Muslims do these things. But that doesn't prove or disprove anything. It's called a circumstantial ad hominem. It doesn't matter why someone does something. What matters is whether they're right or wrong about it. You could be totally right about Islam and still be doing it because for the wrong reasons. It's not an argument to say, oh, you're just doing it because you want money. You're just doing it because you're if you think I'm doing it because I want money, just ignore that part and show me where I'm wrong. Right? That's the point, right? And I don't even bother getting into personal attacks like that because I think it's in poor taste. So if John wants to attack me or anybody else wants to attack me like that, I don't care. You're not gonna people are gonna you might get a short-term fan base of losers that yeah, he's attacking Abdullah. But in the long run, it's not gonna grow you. Yasir Qadi's advice was good. You don't grow by pulling down other people. You grow by bringing something to the table. And, that's what matters, right? So yeah, anyone that doesn't have money to support me on Patreon, don't support me. If you appreciate what I'm doing and you like what I'm doing and you want to support me and help me to grow this and you think my voice is important for the world, then yeah, give me money if you want to. I appreciate that. I do, right? This helps me to cover my costs, helps me to spend more time on this, and it's a way of prioritizing. Money is a way of prioritizing stuff, right? You know what I'm saying? And at the end of the day, if I didn't even get any money, I wouldn't care. I mean, I would still do it. I would still freaking do it even without getting a penny because I care about this topic. It's deeply personal to me. I learned something interesting, which is if you want to be successful at anything in life, let's say it's going to the gym, going to the gym is tough. And the way to do it is to convince yourself emotionally that it's important to you, why it's important, what are going to be the benefits, it's going to be the health. You got to make it really personal and emotional to yourself. And when you do that, you will be successful in whatever you do. And that's the ex-Muslim thing for me. It's so deeply personal. It's just so it's so personal to me. I gave up 15 years of my life as a religious Muslim, spending my money. I spent over $10,000 on Islamic schools for my kids. I didn't buy a house. I didn't let my kids be involved in Halloween. I didn't let them listen to music, right? I, insisted my wife needed to wear hijab. I mean, when I married her, she was like, yeah, I'll wear hijab. And she agreed with me. But I don't know, maybe if I wasn't so religious, maybe she wouldn't have worn hijab. I don't know. But, it's just I convinced my younger brother to become, he's now a religious Muslim. It's just the way that decision, the direction my life went after I made that decision, excuse me, it was all Islam. And I did that because I believed in it. And so I just don't want other people to make the same mistake as me. And that's why I'm a natural at this. I just it just comes naturally, and when people say that, things like, oh, you don't want to condemn, I have to laugh when people say you don't want to condemn the ex-Muslim terrorist. Dude, what do I have in common with him? Do I believe in a prophet that said you have to slaughter the unbelievers? Do I believe in a book that says you have to take jizya and humiliate them? Do I believe in some sort of ideology that says believers are subhuman? No, I'm a humanist. I believe in humanism. I believe with all my heart that this is the best system, religion. You could call it a religion if you want to. I don't care. I'm not at all against Muslims. And it's just, disappointing that people want to lie and slander me and abuse me and say that everybody knows my positions. It's just so stupid. It's so stupid that you have Muslims telling me this when they are the ones being accused of, and they're the ones shouting Islamophobia, Islamophobia, and they're the ones being accused of being, have something in common with the terrorists, having the same religion as terrorists, being potential terrorists, and they're looked at with suspicion and disgust and fear, right? When a guy reads Arabic on a plane, people get nervous, like, what is he going to do, right? And this is wrong. And I've been saying this, yet, these Muslim guys want to say that I'm somehow scared of condemning. Why would I be scared of condemning that guy? What did he do that I would appreciate? You know what I'm saying? Like, dude, we have Muslims that don't want to condemn Osama bin Laden because they're like, well, maybe he's teaching America a lesson. This is the type of thing you hear in the Muslim community. And I'm saying that from experience. I had a Moroccan friend who told me, don't listen to what they say about OBL. Don't listen to what they say about Saddam. He was teaching the Americans a lesson, right? And, Anwar Avlaki is another one that ended up being this radical jihadist that wanted to take down America. These people behind doors are praised by Muslims. Why would I praise this crazy guy that killed 3 innocent people in a supermarket, Afghan supermarket? One of them he killed was a father killed in front of his daughter. Dude, that breaks my heart, man. Like, this is not ex-Muslim problem. This is a gun violence problem. This is maybe a mental health problem. And if you think it's ironic that I'm saying it's a mental health problem and Muslims say it's a mental health problem and we don't believe them, well, I do believe sometimes there is mental health issues involved with people that become Islamic terrorists. But there's also people that are perfectly healthy, mentally healthy, that become Islamic terrorists. If you talk to them, if you had a psychiatrist talk to them, you would see that they're perfectly fine. A good example is John Georgalis, the husband of Tanya Joya, the ISIS member that converted to Islam and went up to the top ranks of ISIS. Tanya said he was a good dad. He was a good husband, and he was a freaking terrorist, top of the food chain. Like, that's what Islam does to your brain. Like, what does ex-Muslimness do to your brain? Does it make you want to kill Muslims? You know what I'm saying? Like, I condemn and I will spit on anyone that attacks Muslims for being Muslim. Like, that's not right, because you don't know what's in their head. If someone says, I believe children, you should be allowed to marry 9-year-olds, and then you're like, whoa, that's a shitty idea, dude. You should not be thinking like that. Let me explain to you why. And then you break it down for them, right? Like, that's bad. But like, just because they're Muslim, they might not even agree with marrying a 9-year-old. They might be like, yeah, that's something Muhammad did back then, blah, blah, blah. The situation was different. But that doesn't mean that I agree with it. And that's exactly the point. And most Muslims don't agree with terrorism. Most of them don't. Most of the victims of terrorism, of Boko Haram and Al-Qaeda, and they're Muslim. Most of the freaking victims, right? So Muslims hate terrorism, even maybe in some would hate it even more, because anytime there's a terrorist attack, they get blamed in America. And like a lot of moderate Muslims, like I said, they don't have any connection to this ideology of terrorism, right? Even Salafis, for example, the Saudis, they have official fatwas that they're against terrorism, because Saudis don't like terrorists because it's the biggest threat to them, to their monarchy. So why would they like terrorism? They don't like it, and then they're against it. And that's why all of the Saudi sheikhs, they all attack the terrorists, and the jihadists. Jihadism is a plague even in Saudi. Now, of course, there is a problem with Saudi fanatical Wahhabism, which is close to terrorism but not terrorism. And of course, most of the terrorists that join ISIS, I could be wrong about this, but this is my belief, most of them are Salafi. Most of them are Salafi because they're ultra literalists. They just take the text as it is, and they don't have any room for nuance. They don't care about scholarship. All they care about is, this is what the Hadith says, and I'm just going to take it and I'm just going to plop it in today's world. They literally want to bring the world back into the 7th century. And that's what is the problem with this ideology. But like, to say the same thing about me, to ex-Muslims, it's just like, what do I like? And then John is accusing me of being a grifter. Like, what is he doing here by calling me like? And then when I called him out and I said, hey, I did condemn the Hasib Shams, the Afghani ex-Muslim that killed 3 Muslims, he blocked me. He blocked me after I said I condemned him. It's just like, who's glifting here, right? Like, I'm deeply connected to my issue. You are going on about Hindu nationalism. Maybe you're now deeply connected to it, through your friendships and relationships that you made. But this is an issue that you jumped on, an issue that is a niche topic that people are not talking about, that you thought is important enough to talk about, which is good. Like I said, anyone that's against fascism, I'm supportive of that. Not a supportive of you after you went behind my back on your Twitter and like tried to demonize me. That's not cool. After all I did for you, that's not cool at all. But anyways, that aside, the point is, like, who's the grifter here? It's just like, Jesus. Saudi regime aren't better than terrorists. They call for killing. Yeah, well, that's probably true to some extent. I don't know if they call for killing Shias, ex-Muslims, yes, apostates, yeah, and whoever criticized Sunni Islam for sure. But what I meant was what we consider terrorists in the sense of jihadi terrorists. I don't mean, yes, for sure, Saudi Arabia is one of the most shittiest places in the world for women, for LGBT, for human rights. Just look at Jamal Khashoggi, right? It's just like Apostate Prophet, man, stop killing anyone who said the holy book of ex-Muslims or the ex-Muslims, the peaceful ideology that's been misused. And that's the ironic thing is, why are Muslims using this against us when they know that this is the first attack that goes against them? It doesn't make, like, you think they'd be a little bit more self-aware. I'm just gonna label, and I've had Muslims say ex-Muslims are terrorists, and they don't want to condemn the terrorist brother. Like, what the hell is this? Like, another comment said, Saudi Arabia is legalized ISIS. Yeah, in a way that is true. No, I did not share your messages. I shared a tweet by Basim, right? I shared a tweet by Basim that was public. I did not share your messages. I shared a public tweet. And I said, I think this is John. John, is this you? That's what I did. Anyhow, this is a fun stream. I just can't. I wish. How to fix your internet? You're supposed to come on here and chat with me. Fix your internet, man. I'm just, what I'm happy about? Let's be honest. I'm just like, this is my therapy. Introverted Smile said some of us need therapy. Maybe I need therapy. My therapy is just going to be like chilling on YouTube and chit-chatting with you guys. I have to say, like, I appreciate my YouTube channel more than ever after almost losing it. Why are you criticizing Islam for money, Har Sultan? I have a feeling I'd be getting all these, like, lots of super chats right now if I had if I had the monetization. Yo. So, like I was saying, maybe this is therapy for me. I don't know. Like, I'm having fun talking about this, and definitely need to. Yeah. So here's the thing. Why are we on trial? Why are we on trial? Why are we being told, oh, you're not doing anything good? Everyone has their own issues they want to talk about, right? Like, just because, I mean, you're talking about Hindutva. Okay, like, how is that even relevant to your life? You just chose a topic that you wanted to talk about, you're passionate about. So why do you have an issue with people talking about other things that are not, like, you know what I mean? Not your issues. Okay, fine. It's not your issue. Then it's not your issue. Oh, how does Sultan? Is it going to work? The internet now?
Well, I hope so. I certainly hope so. If it works, whether that works or not. Well, yeah, look, I don't know if something was wrong, but now I'm checking. I'm constantly getting 60 megabits per second. So I'm hoping it should be okay. Nah, it's fine. Sorry. It's screwed again. I don't know what's going on. Oh, so it's not me. It's actually, this time it's not me. It's Abdullah Samir. He just sent me a message. All right, lucky that I'm on. Lucky that I'm on, so I can keep running the show. I was like, man, everything's fine. So it was so everyone can see I'm good. So this time Samir froze. See, boy, I can't. I was like, damn, this is me again. All right, we got John Del Vento having a meltdown. Oh, a positive prophet, you were saying that why am I doing this for money? You know, this is a funny thing. I think Samir made a very good point. You don't do it for money. Money comes with it eventually. So, you know, I'm not gonna say no. Why would anyone stop? You know, we're risking our lives and neck because we believe in something. John, you want to do something in life, you have to do the hard yards, John. You have to do it over and over and over again. It's like if you want to be an athlete, you got to train every day, and then people at the end see your big muscles and they go, "Oh, I want to be like you. He's getting paid so much money." That's not how it happens, bro. People don't see all the hard work that you put in. That's what you got to do, John. Maybe I think you probably know a little bit. A bit, you know, like you talk about your great illustrious music career that, you know, like everyone here is a massive fan of your music. You know, dude, I didn't know of you. I just quickly looked up your IMDb page. For some reason, it just like all the credits had in bracket, it says stock audio or something. So I don't know, you're a stock audio provider or something. I don't know. Look. I mean, you might be very successful. You know, like you might be next Jay-Z in the making. I don't know, bro. I mean, good luck. But I think you have you do have this attention-seeking personality, and you know, you realize that after 2-3 months hanging out with the cool guys, that's not how your audience grows, and a lot of people burn out. A lot of people give up. And that's why I've seen so many people who look at me like in Urdu, Pakistani world as well. And they say, oh, you know, we're going to talk about him. They make videos on me or whatever, but then nobody watches and then they give up. That's how it works. You've got to keep doing it. This is why I say it's not actually about the money. Money eventually comes with it. There is a Muslim girl, I won't name her, but she asked me, and I said, I'll promote your channel. And I did promote a channel. And then she asked me, what's your business model? How do you make money? I'm like, if you're doing this for money, forget about it because you'll burn out. I started this in 2018. And by the end of, actually 2017, I started it. And in 2020 is something I started getting enough money that, you know, that could, I don't know. That is something that you could say, okay, that's decent. That's decent amount of money. I wouldn't say how much, but you know, it's decent. It's okay. Probably a lot more than what your music earns you, bro. These people have done nothing useful in the. Hey, you know, it was, you know, when you froze, and I'm like thinking, it's my internet again. But it was actually you. Lucky you actually sent me the thing, so I kept your audience entertained, but I missed a little bit of it. I can't hear you now. Oh, actually, is it me? Maybe it's me. Is it me? Oh, it's you. Yeah, it's you. I just tested my thing. It's working. John Del Vento, they haven't done anything. Yes, I write stock music. What have you done? What have I done? Are you asking me what have I done? You know, I've built quite a few properties. I live pretty much on my own terms. I've rescued a couple of people. I'm a millionaire, by the way. If most of people don't know, not because of this ex-Muslim work. Me being financially stable allowed me to do this thing and do my follow my pursuit and pursue my dream and my activism. That's what I've done. Yeah, can't hear you. Can't hear you, Abdullah. There's something wrong with you. Nobody cared and asked. You literally asked, dickhead. What a dude. How so stupid are you, man? No, because you're making some outrageous claims. You know, we're not talking about you, and we'll probably never talk about you again because you're a nobody, you're not important. But the reason is that you're actually a case study. We need to analyze ourselves at how some attention-seeking fake people like you can come in and try to get all the attention that they are craving so badly. That's the thing, John. I don't ask these people anything, bro. Why are you here, man? Don't you have anything better to do?
Okay,
Like,
you can
you
hear me now,
literally
right?
you messaged me on Twitter that look the other way or something, and I said, yeah, take your own advice and look the other way, and then
So,
I unfollowed you. Oh yeah, I can hear you now.
oh,
I
beautiful.
unfollowed you and you blocked me, and now you're here spending last an hour and a half on a stream that is something that you're not interested in, bro. What's wrong with you?
Listen,
Right.
so what you said was exactly true. It's something that I've heard from Tony Robbins. I thought it was an amazing quote. He said, I mean, it's a little bit wishy-washy. Do what you love and the money will come, in the sense that when you bring value to people, like, money comes. You don't need to look for money. And if you're going to search for money, you're not going to get, like, you're not going to do well because you're going to burn out, like you said.
And Abdullah, this is not something that, like I have discovered or you have discovered. This is like a known formula for so many. If you've ever read any biography of successful people, that's all they say. Like all these people, they followed their dreams or they followed what they were so passionate about. Otherwise, you do burn out. Abdullah, how long? Harris Sultan, you're a millionaire. We should talk more. Bro, I actually, I after I graduated, I worked really, really hard for 10 years. And I sometimes look back and I say, I wish I could get those 20 years back. But, sometimes I say, no, I couldn't, because if I hadn't worked, I wouldn't have been paying off these multiple mortgages that after 10 years now, they've returned so much. But what it did, I could actually retire in my early 30s. And my assets were already worth. So, and I could do this. Now, like, look, this is 12:35 p.m., 12 midday on Monday morning. I don't have to go to work, So I just put this jacket on. I actually ordered a Boost juice, so I better go and get it shortly. Life is great, John.
Yeah.
Life is great. That's what you got to do. But now the good thing is now this is actually making me some money as well, which is fine. Again, I'm not doing it for that, but it's coming. There's a saying in Urdu, in Hindi, they say "Ghar aayi Lakshmi ko nahi thukrata," meaning if fortune knocks on your door, you don't slam the door shut in his face. It just doesn't happen.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it makes sense. And like you said, same thing. I do have a full-time job and earning six figures. It's I could probably be making double that if I really wanted, but my job is stable and I like it, and it gives me a bit of time to work on other stuff in the evenings, and I don't have, once my day is done, for the most part, there's no overtime, and so I'm able to jump on and do things that I love, and it's just good. So it's working out for me. So I'm keeping my stable, comfy job and doing this on the side because this is my true passion. This is what I really enjoy more than my coding, more than, although I do love coding, it's, tinkering and building things. There's a joy in that as well. But I found this creative outlet now, this YouTube channel, and it allows me to be creative in a different way, right? And it's, in a way, it's like a battlefield where you are pitting your wits against the wits of apologists, and there's like a battle, and you're constantly growing. To be honest, Haris, when I first met you, and I probably said your name wrong since I met you until now, I didn't like you. I'm like, who's this guy that Abdullah Gondal?
You still don't like me. I know you still don't like me.
And he's
we're only pretending to like each other because we thought that we have something useful to say about these clowns.
And then you were like going on about you used to go on about the flying donkey a lot, right?
I know, I still do.
Huh?
I still do. I reckon, people think it's a low-hanging fruit, but I still reckon it just fact slaps people. Like, okay, on one hand, you're talking about something really important, but like there's so many other things. But anyway, carry on.
I have to say that you have grown so much from the time I met you, and I think this is what being in this battlefield of ideas, like over and over and over again, it does grow you, because you just get better at it. You get better, and you talk like I heard you talking to Kushal and we do, and man, you were like standing your ground, and you were like speaking from the heart, and you were like explosive and beautiful, and like it's just like you speak well. I mean,
Beautiful,
it's fantastic.
my face or my arguments.
And so I think I have noticed this too, when when intro is saying people bashing Islam and this and that. The thing is, a lot of people go through the angry phase, and as time goes on, they get better and they get more refined, and they get past the Muhammad's a pedo thing, and they get on to other things that actually like if you look at Abdullah Gondal, like the whole neuroscience thing, that's a whole different angle altogether, and the whole Quran preservation thing, that's a whole angle. There's different angles you can take, right? It's not just Muhammad's bad morality. I mean, that's kind of easy, like you said, but it is therapeutic, frankly speaking. It's therapeutic to some people to bash Islam, and they get over it and they move on, and who cares? Why is that a big deal? Like, what's the problem if someone does that? Like, if you're offended, just don't follow those pages. Just unfollow and block and move on. And people that enjoy this content will follow it. People that appreciate it will send us money, and that just helps us do even more. So it is a thing that it gets reinforced by our viewers. Our viewers are the ones who are pushing us up and making us bigger.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, like anything, you grow. Like, I mean, my argument on Islam has only one interpretation, changed, and now it's
Yeah.
changed. Now it's gone back to the original position. I'm just kidding. No, what I do say, I agree. I think that ended up refining my argument that there is no one interpretation of Islam. So I totally agree, and I think I've moved on from that stance in my book. However, where I think I probably do differ from you, or maybe Hassan Udwan a little bit, is that whatever the true interpretation might be that nobody knows, but Muhammad would have had one interpretation.
Yeah.
So he must have meant something, what he was thinking. Sure. I think nobody can decipher that. Now nobody can decipher that. So I think we shouldn't be able to say, hey, you should be like Taliban, you should be like ISIS, even though this is what I argued in my book. But so that's my point.
I sometimes wonder too if he even cared what happened after he died. I sometimes truly wonder, did he really care that once he's dead? Like, he didn't leave the proper book behind. He didn't leave proper rules on who was gonna inherit from him. I mean, who's gonna be the next leader. I mean, that's a failure of a leader, that that the crisis that happened when Muhammad died just shows you that it seems like he didn't give a shit, or he just died unexpectedly. And either way,
No, he was sick for a little bit, and then there is a hadith that he asked for a pen and paper. He might have thought, okay, maybe I should do it. But again, one of my Muslim relatives actually said, Haris, like all you say, sometimes I think maybe Muhammad just made it all up, and he didn't even know that shit will get real. 1400 years later, people will still be talking about it. Muhammad probably didn't even care, but I was like, hey, whoa, what are you doing? You're a Muslim still. He's like, yeah. Sorry, I can't think like that. It's quite amazing. And then it's just. But anyway, I think you should get a positive profit now, because I ordered a juice.
You can go.
Which I'm gonna go and get it. But I'll keep listening to you. Thank you very much, guys. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Yeah, AP, if you're on there and you want to join, I'll just send you the link. I don't know if you're free or not. Pause day. Oh, here we go. Oh, and by the way, thank you so much to AP, man, for both, actually Haris and AP both, man, went out of the way to try to help me and get my channel strike removed. Unfortunately, the channel strike was not removed. I still have a channel strike, and I still don't have monetization. And at the end of the day, I'm still going. You know what I mean? Like, it's a challenge. I feel like, you know what? I need to look at it as a challenge. I lost something, but it's okay. At least I got my channel back, and I'm happy for that. I don't recommend that we make personal attacks again, guys. I'm just going to recommend that. Oh yeah, and while we're waiting for if anyone, if I don't know if AP can join or not, I'm just going to say that Hindutva got Armin's account suspended. So Armin Nawabi again is permanently banned on Twitter, permanently banned. And I don't know what to do about that. I have unfortunately run out of ideas. I mean, we all tried to talk to Twitter, and it seems like Twitter is not going to budge because they just don't like Sexy Callie, I guess, and they have whatever reason to do that, and so he's completely banned. Excuse me. He still has Atheist Republic, but his actual main account. Okay, so let me see. I'm in Nawabi. Oh yeah, account is suspended, and it's actually suspended even worse than before. It's now super banned. I don't know what the word is. Super banned. Let me share my screen. I mean, you can see if you're on Twitter. I'm in Nawabi. Account suspended for violating. Share screen. Which one is it? Twitter. Boom. That is really unfortunate. That is super unfortunate, but it is what it is. As for people saying, oh, I want to join Arabian Socialist, I'm sorry to say, I'm not going to invite John Del Vento on here again. After he went and he slandered me, and he knows I'm not in favor of terrorism. You know, he knows that I'm not in favor of what happened by the ex-Muslim to the Muslim. He actually is trying to make me slandering me. I mean, this is frankly unacceptable. And so I did respond to his video, but I'm not going to let him on my channel anymore. I just don't want to talk to him. I mean, like he said, he's keeping his distance from me. And when did it happen? They got, I guess it just happened recently. Like, he got unbanned from Twitter, and then he got banned on Twitter again, and then he got unbanned again, and now I think is permanently banned. I don't know. Sexy Callie showed her evil powers. I don't know, like, what to say and what we can do about it. I really don't know. I just think that the way I see it is, you have to play by the rules in some way. You have to go by the rules, and you know, it's just unfortunate, but this is the way it is. I mean, if Donald Trump gets his way and he creates this reform law that's going to hold these companies accountable as publishers, if they start doing these things, then they will be publishers. It's tricky because the business model, I get where they're coming from, right? YouTube and Twitter and all these guys, their business model is, you know, to keep everybody happy, and so they're gonna, you know, kick out people that are making trouble. They don't really have any sort of incentive. The incentives are all twisted. They don't have any reason to really want to support someone that's causing problems for them. So if you get 1,000 Muslims complaining about me, 10,000 Hindus, especially some very well connected Hindus, then I guess they're just gonna take down his account, and they'll take down my account, and they'll take down everybody else's account. It's just unfortunate. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. Like, it's just unfortunate, right? It is what it is. Yeah, he did play by the rules. He didn't actually break any of the rules. That's the crazy thing. But what do? We can call it out. We can appeal. You can try to appeal. At the end of the day, if the Hindu crowd has more well-connected people, then they're just gonna shut it down. You know what I mean? And I just don't think that we're gonna be able to get back, you know. And I'm not a Trump supporter. I don't like him. I think that, you know, he's done a lot of things that took the country back, especially in terms of science, climate change, and a whole bunch of other stuff, because he's putting America as a priority and, you know, disregarding climate science and all that. But this is one good thing he did. I think the other good thing he did was pushing back against China. I think that was really good. You know, I think that we need to push back on China. And I do think that, you know, about John, just to say one more thing about John, I do feel like, you know, he thought that he's gonna gain some brownie points by attacking me, by saying that, you know, whatever he said about me, he started by, but he doesn't realize that, like, nobody hates me. Like, what are you gonna have on your side if you say that I'm a bad guy, and I'm a terrorist, or I'm supporting terrorism? And I mean, I downloaded the video, so, you know, you won't be able to take back your words now. It's very clear what you said, and you were, like, basically, you know, threatening me, right? You say you want to play this game, I can play too. And I don't know. I mean, honestly, it's, like I said, it's disappointing, John. It's very disappointing for you to go to this level. But yeah, you're not going to be invited on my channel anymore. It's up to you. You can do what you want. yeah, generalizing all ex-Muslims and those that watch the content. Yeah. Twitter isn't an Indian company. Yeah, it's not an Indian company, but obviously they have some sort of very, very highly connected individual that's pushing this now. I don't know who it is, and there were accounts with millions of followers that were getting angry at Almin, right? So I just don't know what it is. Yeah, one positive thing about Trump is his foreign policy. You're too Canadian for your own good. Yeah, I'm very intrigued too. Where am I radicalizing? I'd love to know, where I radicalized. And I had that little spat with the Jihad Watch, Robert Spencer, and he was saying the same thing. I'm enjoying the live stream. We're gonna have to do another one with you, planned. I know this is like late notice. Anyhow, okay, I'm just gonna end it here. It's been almost 2 hours. What's his name? Yeah, so we're not gonna talk about John anymore after today. This is the last time I'm gonna talk about him. You can say what he wants. In regard to Abdullah Gondal, oh my god, we're gonna do a live stream soon. I'm hoping, hopefully during the week. If I'm not too busy at work, otherwise it'll be next weekend. Send in your topic ideas of what you'd like us to talk about, and we can do that. Anyways, if you guys, I'm gonna sign off now, so do subscribe if you're new here. Subscribe. This is a new channel, so you need to subscribe. And thanks for watching, guys. Have a good evening, good night, good morning. And it feels so nice to be back on here and to see all you guys again. And hopefully the next show will be the call-in show with Gondal, and we're gonna be smashing it. We're gonna be smashing some of those idols. Yeah, the two Abdullahs. All right, folk. Nice talking to all of you. And stay safe. We're in the second wave, so be careful. Wash your hands. And practice your social distancing. Exmuslim religion. Okay, guys. Bye for now.